Our today's topic is soil erosion. What is erosion? Erosion means to carry away. Here it means the removal of top soil. As we all know that soil is very important for the growth of plants and the cultivation of crops depends upon the soil fertility. If the soil is not fertile, then it will lead to erosion, that is soil degradation. There are so many activities responsible for this, physical and human both, like deforestation, overgrazing, floods, landslides. So, effort should be made to prevent the soil degradation as soil is a very precious resource. As I have told you earlier also that it takes hundreds of years to make 1 centimeter of soil, and if there is soil and there is life, if there will be no soil, then what we will eat? I mean to say, then how the cultivation will be done, and so many problems will be occurred in the future. So it is very important to conserve soil. Some methods we can use for the soil conservation, and one by one we will see how. The first one is mulching. Mulching means to provide a protective cover over the soil to stabilize the soil temperature. In every home the small garden is there. If a garden is not there, some plants are there. So this method I will show you practically here. I have applied this method in this plant. You can see this plant, and now when I have covered the bare ground between this plant with the layer of organic matter like dry leaves, you can also use straw and other types of stones. So this will help to retain soil moisture, as in summers there is more temperature, more heat, and it is very important to prevent the soil moisture. The next one is terrace farming. In the terrace farming, the broad flat steps or terraces are made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. The next one is crop rotation. In this type of method, the 2 or more crops on the same land are grown one after the another. The next one is contour flowing. Contour here means the shape of the outer surface. It is done along the contour lines of the land to trap the water run off. The next method is shelter belts. It is done in the coastal and dry regions. The rows of trees are planted so that the wind's movement are checked to protect the soil cover. The next one is afforestation. This is the best method to conserve soil, that is planting more and more trees on a large scale. And the last one is intercropping. Intercropping means to grow different crops in the alternative rows and to sow them at different times to protect the soil from rain wash. In spite of these above methods, we can use other methods also like organic manure, sprinklers and drip irrigation so that our soil can be conserved. So it is very important to protect our soil so that there will not be any problem of food scarcity, and it will also help in the economic development of the country. So students, our today's new topic is water. It's a very important topic to be learned. Water is a vital renewable natural resource. About 71%, that is 3/4 of the earth's surface, is covered with water. It is therefore appropriately called the water planet. It was in the primitive oceans that life began almost 3.5 billion years back. Even today, the oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth's surface and support a rich variety of plant and animal life. The ocean water is, however, saline, salty, and is not fit for human consumption. And fresh water accounts just only 3%. Nearly 70% of this occurs as ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica, Greenland and mountain regions. Due to their location, they are not reachable. Only 1% of fresh water is available and is fit for human use. So it is found in the form of groundwater, as surface water in rivers and lakes, and as water vapor in the atmosphere. Therefore, the fresh water is a very precious substance on the earth. So students, here I want to tell you a very important thing, that water can neither be added nor be subtracted from the earth. Its total volume remains constant. Its abundance only seems to vary because it is in a constant motion, cycling through the oceans, the air, the land, and then back again in the same process, like evaporation, precipitation, and runoff. This is often termed as water cycle. I think this you have done in the previous classes also. So our next concept, one more thing I want to tell you students here, do you know a dripping tap weighs 1200 liters of water in a year? That is not good for a country. Now our next topic is distribution of water. The distribution of water is highly uneven on the surface of earth, as the population is very much and the fresh water is very less, so the demand for fresh water will automatically increase, and if the people will not get the water, then it not will meet the demands of all the people. So it is very important to conserve a water resource. Students, here are some in between questions for you from page 129 and page 130. These questions might help you a lot in understanding the chapter. Have a look on these questions.